Hello and welcome to the lecture on constant time complexity, or Big O of 1. Before moving on, I highly recommend you to watch the introductory lecture on Big O. The link is provided above the screen and also in the description. Suppose we have a list of elements and a print statement to print the nth element. The time complexity would be Big O of 1. But why? Accessing an element in a list by index is a constant time operation in Python. Regardless of the size of the list, accessing an element by index takes the same amount of time because lists in Python use array-like data structures where elements are stored in contiguous memory locations. Therefore, retrieving the nth element from the list has a time complexity of Big O of 1. The print statement itself is also a constant time operation. Printing a single element to the console does not depend on the size of the list. It takes a fixed amount of time to print one element. Let's take a look into another example. Suppose we have a function to sum up two elements. Adding two elements together, regardless of their values, is a constant time operation. Whether the numbers are small or large, adding them takes the same amount of time. Therefore, a function that sums up two elements demonstrates Big O of 1. When you add two numbers together, like 2 and 3, it always takes the same amount of time, no matter how big or small the numbers are. This operation is super quick and doesn't change based on the size of the numbers. There are some cases where things just move super fast, like when we're talking about time complexity being Big O of 1. It's like when you're returning a value. When a function simply returns a value without performing any computation based on the input size, the time it takes to execute the function remains constant regardless of the input size. Another case is accessing via index. Accessing an element from an array or list by its index typically takes constant time. This is because the position of the element in memory can be directly calculated using the index regardless of the size of the array or list. In addition, math operations also have constant time complexity. Basic arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division typically take constant time to execute. This is because these operations involve a fixed number of CPU cycles, irrespective of the values involved. And finally, assignments. Assigning a value to a variable also takes constant time. Whether you're assigning a small integer or a large object reference, the time it takes to perform the assignment remains the same. To summarize, please note that in time complexity with Big O of 1, the time taken is always constant. This means that regardless of the number of inputs, the time required for an algorithm to run remains the same. I hope you enjoyed learning, and please feel free to share your thoughts.